Gentlemen, let us get brutally honest. How often do you wake up and think to yourself that something is missing from your mornings? I am not just talking about energy for your workday. I am talking about that natural sign of vitality, the one you used to count on without even thinking. For many men over the age of 50, that once reliable part of morning life has quietly faded away. This change does not just affect your body, it profoundly affects your confidence, your mood, and even how connected you feel to your partner and to yourself. If this sounds familiar, and if you are serious about reclaiming your health, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button, and be sure to subscribe if you have not already, and ring the bell so you never miss another tip. It truly helps this channel reach more men just like you who are ready to make a change. Now, here is the surprising part. You already have a tool sitting right in your kitchen that could help turn this around. It is that simple cup of coffee you use almost every day. But I want you to imagine this. What if that morning coffee was not just a wake-up drink? What if it became a powerful way to improve circulation, support testosterone naturally, and rebuild confidence from the inside out? I am Jennifer Morgan, a urologist with over 5 years of experience, helping men protect their prostate, restore healthy circulation, and feel strong in both body and spirit. Over the years, I have heard the same story again and again from men in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s. They say, "Doc, my mornings just are not the same. Is it just aging?" And my answer is always the same. Aging plays a role, but circulation is the real key. See, your blood vessels are like garden hoses. When you are young, they are flexible and water flows strong, but after 50, those hoses start to stiffen. The inner lining produces less nitric oxide, which is the signal your vessels need to open up. Add in years of sugar spikes, stress, and fatigue, and suddenly those tiny arteries that matter most are not delivering the way they should. Plain coffee might give you a quick boost, but it is like taping over a leaky pipe. The real solution is not just caffeine. It is giving your body the premium fuel it needs to restore natural blood flow, balance hormones, and rebuild confidence. The easiest place to start is by upgrading what you are already doing every morning, your coffee routine. Let us talk about why mornings change so dramatically for men over 50. Because until you understand the real culprits, it is easy to believe the problem is just low testosterone or getting older. The truth runs deeper, and that is actually good news, because it means there are things you can do starting today. First, there is circulation decline. Your arteries are like highways. In your 20s and 30s, traffic flows smoothly. But after 50, those roads narrow, small cracks form, and debris builds up. This is what doctors call endothelial dysfunction. The inner lining of blood vessels stops releasing enough nitric oxide, the chemical that tells vessels to relax and open. Without it, circulation slows down. And the very first place men notice is in their morning performance. Why? Because the arteries down there are thinner than a human hair. They are like the smallest side streets on your map. If a freeway clogs, you might not feel it right away, but when a tiny side street narrows, traffic halts immediately. Second, blood sugar spikes. Many men start their morning with toast, cereal, or sugar in their coffee. It sounds harmless, right? But high blood sugar is like pouring acid on those delicate blood vessels. The Mayo Clinic has shown that chronically high glucose damages microvessels, the exact ones that supply your energy and intimacy. One patient of mine, George, a 62-year-old retired engineer, used to blame low testosterone for his struggles. But when we checked his numbers, the real issue was sky-high morning blood sugar. Once he cut sugar in his coffee and added a healthier ingredient, within weeks his energy steadied and his mornings improved. Third, stress hormones. Cortisol, the stress hormone, naturally rises in the morning. That is normal. It helps you wake up. But if you are dehydrated or running on poor sleep, cortisol shoots higher than it should. And here is the kicker. Elevated cortisol directly suppresses testosterone production. So instead of waking up refreshed and confident, you wake up flat and tired. Fourth, our overlooked lifestyle habits. Let us be real. Decades of grabbing coffee on the go, skipping breakfast, and sitting for long hours, it all adds up. You would not expect a car to run smoothly on cheap gas and no oil changes, yet so many men treat their bodies that way. Then they are shocked when circulation, hormones, and energy begin to sputter. The good news is that none of these factors are irreversible. You do not need expensive prescriptions or gimmicky devices. You need to give your body back the raw materials it has been missing: nutrients, circulation support, and hormone-friendly fuel. Now that you understand the reasons why mornings often change so profoundly after the age of 50, let us focus on what you can actually do about it. I want you to have practical, simple steps that you can begin implementing tomorrow morning. Let us begin with the first of 3 powerful ingredients. This is ingredient 1, cinnamon, which I call the blood sugar stabilizer. When most men hear the word cinnamon, they only think of it as a simple spice, something merely sprinkled on desserts. But science shows that this common spice holds a truly powerful and significant role in protecting your vital circulation. We must be specific. It is real Ceylon cinnamon that helps to regulate your blood sugar. This regulation is absolutely crucial because it actively shields the small, delicate blood vessels, the very ones that supply energy and intimacy. Think about what happens when sugar spikes in your system. Those tiny, delicate arteries take the very first hit. This is where cinnamon performs its protective magic. The polyphenols found within cinnamon act like a protective coat, working to keep those essential vessels steady and safe from the damage. This is not just a theory. Studies from the National Institutes of Health confirm that the regular use of cinnamon actually lowers blood sugar and measurably improves circulation. So, why does this matter for you, for your daily life? The answer is simple and direct. When your blood sugar is steady, your confidence is steady. You are no longer forced to deal with those sudden, draining energy crashes or those familiar afternoon slumps that destroy your productivity and focus. Practically speaking, implementing this change is incredibly simple. All you need to do is add 1/4 of a teaspoon to your morning coffee. This small addition gives your coffee a warm, subtle, and pleasant flavor. And as an added benefit, it can even smooth out those unpleasant jitters that some men experience after their caffeine intake. I recall one of my patients, a 58-year-old contractor, who told me that adding cinnamon alone made a remarkable difference for him. He explained that it helped him power through his long, physically demanding workdays without suffering that usual 2 post-meridium crash that he had come to expect as unavoidable. This one small, simple change provided a steady foundation for his entire day. Let us now move to ingredient number 2, which is truly remarkable for its impact on your circulation. This is the nitric oxide booster, unsweetened dark cocoa powder. This is another wonderfully easy addition to your morning routine. This is not about adding a sugary treat. We are talking about pure, unsweetened cocoa, which is incredibly rich in powerful compounds known as flavonols. One of these specific flavonols is called epicatechin. The reason this compound is so vital is that it naturally increases your body's production of nitric oxide. Why is nitric oxide the molecule we keep focusing on? Because nitric oxide is the essential signal your vessels absolutely need to function correctly. It is the chemical messenger that tells your vessels to relax and to open up. As we have established, after the age of 50, the body naturally produces less and less of this crucial compound. This reduction is precisely why circulation slows down, why those arteries stiffen, and why performance fades. Cocoa, rich in these flavonols, helps to restore it. And this is not just a hopeful theory, this is backed by respected institutions. The Cleveland Clinic has shown that the flavonoids found in cocoa measurably improve the function of the inner lining of your blood vessels. What is the result of this improvement? The results are profound. Stronger circulation, better morning performance, and even sharper mental clarity. When your blood flow improves, the effect is holistic. You simply feel younger, and you feel more present and engaged in your daily life. Practically speaking, this is incredibly easy to do. All you need to do is stir in 1 single teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa powder into your cup. This simple action instantly transforms your coffee into a rich, satisfying mocha. And the best part, it does this without adding any sugar, and therefore without adding any guilt. Let us move on to our third ingredient, which I refer to as the hormone supporter. This is maca powder. This ancient Peruvian root is often called nature's vitality booster for very good reason. The most important thing to understand about maca is how it works. Unlike those quick fix pills, it does not provide a temporary jolt. Instead, it works with your body. Its function is to help support natural testosterone production and, just as importantly, your overall energy balance. It is not a forceful push, it is a supportive foundation. Maca contains amino acids, zinc, and other compounds that are known to promote resilience in the body. The men who use it often describe the effect in a very specific way. They call it a steady return to feeling like themselves again. This is what that means in practice. Energy becomes consistent, mood stabilizes, and confidence begins to rise. From a practical standpoint, it is simple. Add 1 teaspoon, perhaps 3 or 4 times a week. It is important to give it time to work with your system. Give it 2 to 3 weeks, and you may begin to notice improved stamina, not just during your daily routines, but in intimacy as well. It also has the added benefit of blending smoothly right into your coffee, giving the drink a pleasant, nutty, and malty taste. Now for ingredient 4, coconut oil, the natural fuel for testosterone. When most men hear about adding oil to coffee, they look at me with surprise. But coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, often called MCTs, which your body converts into clean, immediate energy. Unlike sugar, which spikes and crashes, MCTs provide a steady burn. Why does this matter for men over 50? Testosterone is built from cholesterol and fats. Without enough healthy fat in the diet, your body struggles to produce this critical hormone. Coconut oil gives you the raw material for hormone production while also stabilizing energy. The Mayo Clinic has pointed out how consistent energy balance is directly linked to hormone health. I had a patient, Thomas, 64 years old, who came to me feeling drained by mid-morning every day. He was skipping breakfast, only relying on black coffee and sugar. When he switched to blending a teaspoon of coconut oil into his morning coffee, the difference was dramatic. Instead of feeling foggy by 10 ante-meridiem, he described powering through until lunch with sharper focus and more stamina. Practically, start small with half a teaspoon and blend it in. A frother or small blender turns it creamy like a cafe latte. The final ingredient is ginger, circulation rocket fuel. This can be fresh or powdered. Ginger contains compounds that naturally dilate blood vessels, reduce inflammation, and protect testicular function. Research has even shown that regular ginger intake can improve testosterone levels and sperm quality. For older men, it is one of the simplest daily habits to keep circulation strong. Think of your blood vessels as pipes that slowly collect rust. Ginger acts like a gentle cleaner, keeping those pipes open and smooth. It is not about a sudden jolt. It is about long-term protection. I once worked with a retired veteran, Robert, age 70, who struggled with circulation issues and energy dips. He began adding a thin slice of fresh ginger to his coffee each morning. Within a month, he told me he felt a renewed sharpness in both energy and confidence. For him, it was not about chasing youth, but about feeling capable again. Practically, use a 1/4 teaspoon of powder or a thin slice of fresh root in your coffee. Gentlemen, let us take a step back and look at the full picture. We started this conversation by talking about mornings that no longer feel the same. Too many men accept this as an unavoidable part of aging. But what you have seen today is that small, intentional changes can rewrite that story. The first ingredient, cinnamon, helps stabilize blood sugar and protect those tiny arteries that matter most. Cocoa powder boosts nitric oxide, the molecule your vessels rely on to open up and deliver strong circulation. Maca provides natural support for testosterone and energy, helping you feel steady and resilient. Coconut oil fuels hormone production and gives you lasting clean energy throughout the day. And ginger keeps your vessels open, reduces inflammation, and protects long-term vitality. Individually, each one brings value. Together, they create a morning ritual that fuels your circulation, your hormones, and your confidence. It is not about chasing youth. It is about working with your body, giving it the raw materials it has been missing, and building a foundation for health after 50. I have seen men in their late 50s, their 60s, and even their 70s reclaim energy, focus, and intimate confidence just by following this simple approach. These are not magic pills or risky shortcuts. They are everyday foods and nutrients you can find in your local grocery store. And the best part is when you stay consistent, the results build over time. Here is a simple plan you can follow. Week 1. Add cinnamon to your coffee. Week 2. Stir in cocoa. Week 3. Rotate in maca a few times per week. By the 4th week, try coconut oil or ginger. Track how you feel each week. Notice your energy, your mood, your mornings. These small changes add up, and within a month you will see why so many men call this the easiest upgrade they ever made. So, here is my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, do not just drink your coffee the usual way. Upgrade it with at least one of these ingredients. Remember, my friend, age is not the end of vitality. Your body has not given up on you. And before we close, let me remind you that this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every man's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care. Stay strong, gentlemen. This is Dr. Jennifer Morgan, reminding you that the best years of your life are not behind you. They can begin each morning with the choices you make.